Pump the jam, pump it up by your feet, dumping something, pump the jam. I'm on live. Look at you. You know you gotta flirt with the wife. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Let me. I think you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. Do I need to? I think I gotta put this. What? Yeah. 2:30 is the start time now because I like to get my rest. And I being I mean, it is Knicks Rehab, but it's like, is it? Here's some Knicks Rehab for y'all. Knicks Rehab. Apparently, Antisocial, what up? Hilarious name. In a hoodie like that, even more hilarious. Shout out to Matt God, the legend. He said this is the Wemby years. And San Antonio, the NBA decided that we're going to have the New York Knicks play the San Antonio Spurs at the Garden Christmas Day. Shout out to Knicks Fan TV for posting that. I seen the white hat. That was dope. There was some swagger to that hat, I must admit, because you know how I feel about the swaggerless. Is Jalen Brunson, is he hairy like that, or is that tattoos? What is this? Anyway, you know what happened last time. Wemby went crazy. Brunson went crazy. Was it 60 point? Was it a 60-point game? That was a wild game. This is in March. 130, 126. Remember, went to overtime. Brunson had a chance to hit a game winner. Well, you know, you guys kept convincing me that Brunson is a clutch player and he hits clutch shots, which is what I'm referring to, because he's a one-on-one player. He could beat everybody one-on-one. Yeah, 61 points. Wemby went for 40, 10 of 12 from the free throw line, which is kind of crazy. They shot 40% from the field. The Spurs did that game. That was an intense game. Josh Hart, 12 rebounds. Wemby had 20. The Spurs are just going to be. We'll get to the Spurs later on this summer, but I feel like the Spurs are. I think the Spurs are a scary team out west for everybody. I think they're a scary team on every given night. Any given night, they can beat anybody. The Spurs are going to be able to beat anybody on any given night. Winning a series is different. You got Pop. You got Harrison Barnes over there, who, you know, if you know me well, you know, as a lot of people say, Harrison Barnes ain't bringing you much but the veteran leadership. Because when it comes to hitting shots when it matters, you talk about unclutch. Harrison Barnes is the definition of unclutch. But he is a veteran. They need that presence over there. They just signed Brian Boston Jr. over there in San Antonio. I just like everything that they did. I see a lot for the Spurs. There's some of that I like for them. They can't miss the playoffs. Brandon Boston Jr., that's his name. They can't miss the playoffs. If you miss the playoffs with Wemby, like we got Wemby lined up as GOAT level potential, the GLP. As great as Joker is, I don't think he has any GOAT level potential. He could win 10 more championships in a row. He hasn't shown me Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jordan. To me personally, like when they start talking about top five, I'm like, Joker is no LeBron, bro. I mean, yeah, let's cut the jokes. Wemby from the outset has shown beyond potential. He's realized a lot of his potential. Joker didn't do that until year 4 or 5. So Wemby's up there with a lot of these guys, but he has to validate that or confirm that for me coming into this season. You can't show up this season and not make the playoffs, in my opinion. You're a playoff team simply because of you, because of Wemby. Simply because of Wemby. He's in line with all the big men greats, Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, even Hakeem wasn't, I don't know, he was kind of not clumsy, but rookie year he wasn't this. But Tim Duncan comes to mind, of course, because of the San Antonio draft, but made all defensive first team his first season. Like Tim Duncan's stats are crazy for rookie year. Tim Duncan's rookie year, we're talking about finished 5th in MVP voting. He made all NBA first team, which is crazy. If he's all NBA first team, can we see who made that list? Okay. So Duncan, they have him. They respected his rookie season enough to say he's all NBA first team. Oh, with Karl Malone, and the center is Shaq. So Karl Malone is there. They better not have Karl Malone above Tim Duncan in the all defensive first team. And they do. That's crazy. That's insane, because part of the reason why Tim Duncan rookie year is all defense, is all NBA first team, he's top 5 MVP. Top 5 MVP. This is 1997-98 season. I mean, his win, as far as MVP is concerned, got win shares here, and Karl Malone got a bunch of that. Which the following season, if I'm not mistaken, Karl Malone wins MVP, right? Which is the reverse. I hate when they do this because I'm trying to zoom in. Oh, the following year was the lockout season. So when it comes to win shares, Malone is great again, but David Robinson beat him out, Shaq, and then Karl Malone. But of course, Malone, he wins MVP. But that being said, I digress. Wemby is in line with this Tim Duncan. This Tim Duncan rookie season, right? Top 5 MVP, All NBA, first team, second team defense, All-Star, Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, finishing 5th place. Like even that, Karl Malone didn't finish anywhere near top 5 Defensive Player of the Year. All team defense, all rookie teams, All NBA, most improved 6-man, Defensive Player of the Year. Duncan is tied for 5th with Mookie Blaylock, Tim Duncan, and Bo Outlaw. So Karl Malone is not even top 20 Defensive Player of the Year. I think these are big mistakes that they make. Wemby finished that high up in all those categories, it is just insane. He led the league in blocks last year. Wemby was an all defensive team, first team, rookie of the year, and second in defensive player of the year. He didn't have any MVP votes because the Spurs sucked, which is crazy because what if Wemby played alongside David Robinson? That's crazy. If Wemby plays alongside David Robinson. But I digress. Spurs play the Knicks Christmas Day. I think when you have a great team like the Knicks, 1 through 8, 1 through 9, they're going bananas. But the thing is, I think the superstars like a Wemby have their game polished enough to make an impact for 48 minutes. Like Giannis, if Giannis was leading the Spurs, Giannis wasn't this good second year in the league. But let's say even in his prime, 10th year in the league, he's not leading those Spurs to a victory in Christmas. He's gonna have to get a whole bunch of fake foul calls and let him get away with all the traveling in the world. Wemby's putting pressure on you athletically. He's that kind of athlete, and he's super competitive. When he talks, he's not here to come in second place. Wemby's not playing these games with you. That's what I love about him the most. He's super competitive, old school style. Chip off the old block, as they say. Knicks versus Spurs, Christmas, the rematch. But we shall come back full strength. You ready for that, Wemby? I don't know what Obi can do against that. I don't know what OG can do against that. Switching gears. Let's switch gears. Because the Golden State Warriors have complained and complained about Steve Kerr's coaching for as long as I can remember. The Golden State Warriors fans, they've complained about his coaching for a long time. I'm not going to say I overlooked it, but every fan base complains about their coaches. We know them the best, and we can easily, go crazy on them. But Charles Barkley really went crazy apparently this morning on ESPN. He wasn't the only one, though. There's a couple of people that have spoken out. Draymond Green has come out and spoken crazy about Steve Kerr. I want to load up Draymond Green's in a second. Draymond Green's audio in a second, but it behooves us to understand that a bunch of them just speaking out on this, which is kind of crazy to me.
They haven't used the depth the right way, because the one advantage we had in '92, and they still have today, when they go to their bench, they're bringing in better players. He has not used his team properly. We should never be a debate on guys getting to play and not getting to play. Listen, you can't. Putting Jason Tatum in an NBA game, he's going to be better than 99% of the guys already in the world, but especially guys who coming from a foreign country. So you just kind of keep your guys on a treadmill and keep them rolling around.
Okay, so there.
We live.
Big Flea, never the little one.
Big Flea in the building.
Good afternoon, fellas. What's the word? Ray, what up, baby?
I'm sorry. Oh, that's kind of dope. Can I see what I can't do is I gotta get off camera to do that? Anyway, you heard Barkley. Flea had some things to say about Mr. Childs. How you doing, by the way, before I get cursed out?
I'm good.
I played your drop too, and you can hear your drop.
I heard my drop. They're doing something special over there with StreamYard. If Fabian didn't remind y'all, please tap the link in our bio. It helps us tremendously. If you're into trying to podcast and just trying to get some content out there to the world, I know everybody got a lot of things to say. Tap the link in our bio and let us help us help you. You feel me?
This DMX me. Charles Barkley had some things to say. Was there anything what stood out to you? I could play it back if you want, because I might play it back just to get a real grip on it. But what did Charles Barkley say about Steve Kerr and the Olympic play that you were like, man?
Play a little bit of it. I was listening to it on the move around this morning. But
and they shouldn't be tested. They should win. They got the best team. They got, they haven't used the depth the right way, because the one advantage we had in '92, and they still have today. When they go to their events, they're bringing in better players. He has not used his team properly. We should never be a debate on guys getting to play and not getting to play. Listen, you can't. Putting Jason Tatum in an NBA game, he's going to be better than 99% of the guys already in the world, but especially guys who coming from a foreign country. So you just kind of keep your guys on a treadmill and keep them rolling around.
Okay.
I think it's the Tatum thing, the lineup changes. Something stood out to you. You were like, shut up, Charles.
I mean, you know how I get, Fabian, sometimes. Sometimes y'all got to reel me back and get me right sometimes. But I just don't think that, like, when have we ever seen an undefeated team get so much scrutiny? Like, they haven't lost a game yet. They've handled business throughout the entire tournament. Because they're not punching teams by 40,000, like, people have this concern, like, they're not a good team. I'm not understanding what the huge concern is with the current rotations. Like, do I not like seeing Jason Tatum not play? Like, I don't like it. I would love to see him out there. But I would also feel a more sense of urgency to have him out there if we were losing games. But they're not losing games. And this kid is going to have way more opportunities to play in the Olympics. I mean, you can't take injury for granted, so, maybe I can't speak too quickly, but you know what I'm saying? He's a young guy, so I don't think that, like, they're stealing a moment from him. This guy has won a championship. He's a champion now. Like I said the other day, first team All-NBA last 3 seasons in a row. So he's a top 15 player the last 3 years in a row. Perennial all-star. Like, we respect Jason Tatum. At least I do. So I don't understand. Like, Curry's just not fitting him into the rotations right now. What's working is working. I mean, you feel how you want to feel. I feel the same way. I'm not mad at people for feeling how they feel. It's just, I don't think it should be highlighted right now. Let's talk about what we're doing to win games instead of feelings and emotions on, what's happening, what you do and don't like about how we are going about winning. I don't know. This just doesn't make too much sense to me.
It's also a clip of what he said. Like, what if he started off by saying, like, "Oh, congrats to the USA team for keeping the tradition alive." All we got was that soundbite, and then it's first take, so they're gonna clip that soundbite, and it's the most him saying congratulations to the USA team is not gonna be the first take comment. First
Of
take
course not.
topic. But did you see what Bob Cousy said?
Bob Cousy said about what?
Steve Kerr.
Yo, everybody in the world has something to say about Steve Kerr, and he hasn't lost yet.
I get that, but you were down by what is it, 23 against Serbia, whatever it is. So this is Bob Cousy
He was
on
down 16 yesterday.
I thought it was okay. This is Bob Cousy on Steve Kerr's coaching in the Olympics, 2024 Olympics. Jason Tatum is on the cover of Sports Illustrated this month. Any experts that I've read lately have chosen him in the top 5 and sometimes number 1 in the effing world. Now Kerr is telling the world that he doesn't agree. In a 40-minute game, if you can't find 5 minutes to play somebody on a team without hurting yourself, when Kerr did it last week, he was in no danger of losing the game. But in this case, they got down by 17 points, and he's got to worry about losing the game. And then to not let Tatum get off the bench, to me, there's got to be some kind of bias that he's got against the Celtics. He's not alone there. He certainly had an opportunity to access Tatum close up as an opponent. Now he's got him. I've been through these emotions from a coaching standpoint. In 1973, I coached an American team that played against the Russians who had just beaten us in the 1972 Olympics. I had Bill Walton, Ernie DeGregorio, Bobby Jones, and Gerard Carl. Is that George Carl? That's a misprint.
It's George Carl. That's a misprint.
George Carl playing in the Olympics kind of gives me a little more respect for him, but then I lose respect because he's a prick. I had a pretty good unit, so I've been through the emotions from a coaching standpoint as to what you deal with in international competition. Not playing Tatum at all says it to the world. Not only is he not top 5, he's not good enough to get into a close game. I can't figure out Kerr's thinking, and he's done it twice. So obviously he feels strongly about it. He must think Tatum is a detriment, and I don't see how he can feel that way and know anything about basketball.
Strong words from Bob Cousy. It's extremely strong words from Bob Cousy.
Other day, Draymond went.
I'm done talking about Draymond, but
I get it. But if it's 3 people, every era.
Yeah.
Bob Cousy's from the beginning. Yeah. Barkley's from 30 years ago. Draymond's now.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Like I said, I agree with the sentiment and the feelings on having him out there, right? I'm not gonna go against that because I'm like, damn, the dude deserves to be out there. I don't understand how you justifying him not being out there. I'm just saying, I'm trying to understand why it's such a big, and I'll probably be disingenuous, right? Because they just won a championship and he didn't win Finals MVP. So now he's made the Olympic team and he can't get off the bench. He's been relegated to the minutes that Tyrese Halliburton, who is a way younger player, way less accomplished, and he's relegated to that role. So don't get me wrong. I would be lying if I didn't say I understand the optics and how it looks and how it's, making Jason Tatum fans, Boston Celtic fans, like even him per se. Nobody's even talked about how he may feel about it from a personal level, bro. Like, if you're Jason Tatum, how are you processing this right now? And that's not rhetorical. I'm asking you. Like, if you're Jason Tatum, how are you processing this?
I'm feeling away.
Regardless if you're winning.
I'm feeling away.
Okay.
Serbia's not going up 17 with me in the game.
Mm-hmm.
His drive and kick is elite at this point. It's what James Harden used to do. Who's going to stop Jason Tatum from driving and kicking with Steve Kerr out there, Steph Curry out there, Kevin Durant out there? That's vicious. I don't see how that's like I don't get it. He's elite at that. Not an elite shooter. He can shoot when he gets into a rhythm and he goes into, okay, cool. But has been LeBron's role also. But that's my thing. That was been my complaint about LeBron being on the team. You don't want to hear that. But take LeBron out in place, put Tatum in there. He's getting the same buckets with easier than me. Way easier than LeBron. Getting to the basket and then getting everybody open, and it opens things up for him, especially with two of his teammates on the court. Like Jrue Holiday and Derek White on the court with him. You clearly, if it was Krzyzewski, I don't want to say Krzyzewski, but if they gave the Olympic team to the winner of the championship and Joe Maz was out there, you better believe they're going to see Derek White, Jrue Holiday, and Tatum out there on the floor together. So you replace Holiday with Steph Curry, leave Derek White out there, another elite shooter. It changes everything. Who else? Even Embiid.
Embiid looked great yesterday. Big shout out to Joel Embiid yesterday. We need to say that because we dog him. We dog him.
I'm still dogging him. He looks
I know
crazy,
that,
bro.
but we dog him, but like we can't dog walk him right now. Like he absolutely performed yesterday. Vital piece for why they won that game yesterday. Extremely.
I'm gonna skip Bayless him.
Do what you want, man. I'm just saying. He played excellent yesterday. He did. I don't know what to tell you. He did.
I thought on the offensive end he played great. Defensively,
but but that's the thing. He still looks out of shape. He was just bigger, better, and stronger. Like when
out of shape, or I don't see him getting into shape. Can you get into shape when you're injured like that often?
It's hard. It's hard because you always rehabbing. You're always rehabbing instead of training, right? It's such a different thing. When you're training, you're getting your body in a different type of shape, right? You're putting your body through that pain that you're gonna feel in the fourth quarter of a tight game. You putting your body through that type of pain. When you're rehabbing, you're trying to get your body together to be able to just be out there and play. You know, like it's a completely different thing.
And is that a great transition? I think because we're done with Barkley, we're done with everybody else. Oh, well, we're gonna give props. Steph Curry had his Olympic game because he hasn't been great in the Olympics, but that was first quarter, 36 points in total. Great shot in the fourth quarter. The back-to-back 3-point sequence with Durant. They get the ball back. Booker hits the 3-point shot from the top of the key.
Yo.
Insane. Legend.
Generational GOATs, man. Them three guys, Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant. You know, Kevin Durant hit big shots down the stretch. He only had 9 points yesterday, but you know what I'm talking about. Those shots that he hit were closing. We got to close these guys out, right? Steph carrying them on their back, waiting for Steph to, see what he was going to do. And finally,
you got to take a minute? Yeah. They took a minute. I think Booker hit a big shot. Embiid went crazy offensively. Trying to think. LeBron in transition after, of course, Bogdanovich started doing the salute. He took the Carmelo celebration. They got offended by it. LeBron took it personal. The team took it personal. I don't know if they go down by 17 with Tatum. It was a different level of pressure, defensive pressure in the second half from USA to Serbia. That was obvious. But for me, Tatum would have made a bigger difference. Also, we got to talk about this dream team thing, man. There's no way, after seeing that game, Kerr, I think, stayed with Embiid against Serbia because Embiid is way too motivated to go up against Joker. That's why Embiid is there at the end of the game. Joker can't even really get around LeBron on a post up. As much as skilled as Joker is, people try. I said this earlier, Flea. He does not. I don't care if he wins 10 rings in a row. He doesn't have GOAT level potential. We would never consider him on Jordan, LeBron, Kareem's level. Kareem is just flat out better.
Embiid?
No, Joker. Right. Embiid, if he was healthy, the funny part is I do agree with him.
Never consider Joker GOAT level?
I'll argue against that always.
Yeah.
Because the rings, again, is like,
you might.
How did he win the rings?
What you mean how? The level of competition? Or why would his soul, I guess my question to you is, why would his soul ring be in question against other champions? Like, what's his, go ahead.
He never had the winner ring for me to think he was that great. That was everybody else. He was the best player in the game in conversation with that. Embiid was in the conversation and Giannis. Embiid was in the conversation. He didn't win. I don't get it. Okay, if at any point did you,
at his position, he does things at the center position that a lot of centers weren't able to do or can't do. The offensive skill set is very unique. Like, it's hard to duplicate what he does. I mean, make variations. I'm sure there's people out there that we can name. I'm sure there's people out there that we can compare to him. But I'm talking about his level. Are there others up there on his level that do it the way that he does? And so that's my question. And obviously we talk about the other side of the basketball, but because it's not as pronounced as my favorite, Dream, right? David Robinson, right? Any other great defensive center that you want to put out there. Just because it's not as pronounced doesn't mean that he's a cone or he's out there just getting abused. Go back and look at Mike Malone is a defensive-minded coach. If you don't defend, he's not going to have you out there. Now, this is Joker, so, I mean, of course you got to play the guy. But he's a no-nonsense type of guy. So I don't think, by no stretch of the imagination would I think that Mike Malone is not implored to, like, you need to give me everything you have on the defensive end. Whether you're good or not, whether you're on a Giannis level, Anthony Davis level defensively, I don't need you to be there, but because that's not true. But you're not a guy that they're gonna get the ball to. We're gonna eat you up. Like, you can't be that. And I've never seen him to be that. So that's why I'm like, why couldn't he be GOAT level potential? He ain't done yet.
So before he won the championship, was he the best player in the game to you?
One of them.
Let's stay there.
Okay.
Before he won the championship, did you ever think he was the best player you ever saw?
No.
Top 10?
No.
Top 20?
Possibly.
I didn't.
More top 15 for me.
Yeah. I didn't. I think Embiid was showing you what happens if he did have the competition. I think he showed you that yesterday. LeBron, he can't even spin off LeBron. I don't even know, that wasn't a foul.
Bro.
I think that was a hard.
Like, the difference, like, I love Joker, but when Embiid gets it rolling,
he's better. As much as we drag him, he's dirty. He's disgusting out there. You talk crazy.
Yeah.
Embiid is better. I'm gonna keep it.
And I will concede to that because Don't get me wrong. When he gets it rolling, the variation that he could give it to you. Pause. Like it's insane. The bag is different. It just is. It just is. Put the ball on the floor. Face you up. And people get pissed off that he doesn't post up more because he's so good with his back to the basket. You understand what I'm saying?
Dominant.
Shoot the mid-range, shoot the three. Creates for others too because he demands a double, triple team at all times. He catches the basketball, you gotta find him. You gotta bring help. You can't play him face straight up. I don't care who you are.
I think David Robinson smokes Joker. Like
tough night for Joker, man. Tough night.
He's catching fouls.
Tough night.
You're not spinning off of him like that. You're not Hakeem in the post. This is the thing about I love Joker. He couldn't spin off Braun, can't spin off Embiid. Okay, so we got like 40 of those guys in the 90s.
Tough night.
Dale Davis, spin off Dale Davis. Go to Indiana and try that. Up and under, elbow. Muscles.
I mean, Dream was sexing all of them. Dream was sex.
So when you ask me,
no Trojan, just this Dream was violating them, bro.
And
violating them.
But going back to so when you ask me why Joker has no GOAT level potential, that's when I start saying, like, yo, how is he gonna possibly win 5 championships in a row if with his skill set, you need to describe what he needs on his team. And I think you need to help him more than you do Hakeem, Shaq, David Robinson, even Embiid. Embiid, what worries Embiid is injuries. That's it.
The league is way different now. Don't do that. Like, the league is different. You could build around your big back then. You didn't have to have a supremely athletic guard. You know what I'm saying? That's a necessity now. Back then, having a prototypical point guard, chef's kiss, right? Now, that golden age of point guard that we was in for so many years, like, you still need that. You still need to have your guard be able to break his defender down and get downhill or go get you a bucket aside from being able to set guys up, put guys in great position. Like,
you think
go ahead.
5 championships is GOAT. That's what all of a sudden, like, he gets a team, and we've seen him without the chips. Like, that was my thing.
The championships don't really matter to me, Fabian. I don't really care about the championships. I'm just really, for him, more so talking about, what he's done thus far, what he's accomplished, his body of work, how he looks, right? His game, how he approaches the game. It's not inferior. Like, it's not inferior to, it's on par, it's on pace to a Robinson, Elijah Wan, that type. Like, Dream, biggest Dream fan out there, right? Dream goes down as the best defender in NBA history, right? They named the Defensive Player Award after him, right? When he retired, led the league in blocks. I think led the league in rebounds too when he stepped away. What I'm saying though is everything that Dream's accomplished, the way we look at him with such allure, Joker, when he's done, continue to add on to this, we may have a different conversation. This is 24, August 9th, 34, August 9th. When we talking and we sitting together doing our thing face to face, pause, and we talking about the Joker, we may be talking about him way different than how you want to talk about him now. What you're saying is valid, but I think I think you're being a little too hard on him, you know, and not seeing what he's on pace for. Like, he's on pace to be how we talk. We hold Patrick Ewing in such high esteem. This is Knicks Rehab. I get it. We hold Patrick Ewing in such high esteem.
We didn't mention him.
I know, but I'm just saying. I think I was talking to you offline, and I was saying some of these guys get this untouchable look on them when it's like, yo, we in an era where there's players and guys that are, you know, are able to start nibbling and getting up there. And, you know, once we're done with them, once we're done with KD, Steph, and Braun, the way those guys are going to be talked about by our children's age, right? It's going to be different. It's going to be the way we talk about Mike, the way I look at Dream, the way we look at that whole era. These guys have made themselves worthy of that. I just think it's, don't be so hard on Joker, man. Joker's on his way. He's on his way.
That's a great transition.
So,
Patrick Ewing, David Robinson, Michael Jordan, they were all on the same team about 30 years ago.
You mother lover, you.
So a week ago, you went bananas and asked me vigorously, what are they gonna do? You went Hulkamania. What are they gonna do to the 2024 team? What are they gonna do? And I'm watching the Serbia game, and I'm going, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. You still stand by 2024 USA Olympic team is better than the Dream Team.
What they said? What? Oh, see, I was about to say a really bad joke that wouldn't have landed well. So I'm glad I stopped myself. But I would just say I'm standing.
I want to hear.
Nope. I'm standing on my dean, and I'm going to stand on my 10 toes down and say.
What Pac said? Oh, you a Muslim now. No more dope game.
You said it, not me. They try. Do y'all see what goes on? We got it in real time, y'all. I behaved myself, and Fabian said, I got you, baby. I got you. Don't you ever forget what this is. Don't you ever.
I'm dragging you. Listen, man. Me and Flea talk offline. We're both nutcases. He's trying to remain calm. That's not my job, is to keep him calm. Nope. Last week, you told me that the Dream Team is going to lose. You went at me. You were going bananas. Now, all of a sudden, you went to the mosque. What happened?
I'm standing on my... Yo, you're an asshole. Listen, I'm standing 10 toes down and saying this right now. 92 Dream Team really don't want no smoke with this team, this 2014. Keep it a buck. If we rank in teams, how we gonna rank 92, 08, and 24? How do we rank those teams? Y'all get in the comments, y'all. Let's post some of those comments up, Fabian, if you can. If they throw their order, if we could throw a little poll out there. Because I would love to hear what the people say. Big shout out to everybody that's in the chat, everybody that's tapped in. Knicks Rehab. No, there's not a lot of Knicks news to talk about today, y'all. Sorry.
I talked about the schedule. Christmas, we played the Spurs.
Disgusting. They smoked us. We need to play Philly.
I love it.
We need to play Philly, man. Big shout out to OG. I was just talking to OG. That was why I was late, y'all. OG is taking a little breather today, but I was just talking to OG, and he said, Flea, they snaked us. And I said, OG, I'm with you. They're going to build Wemby on the back of the Knicks. I don't like it.
Shout out to Matt Guard.
Big Matt Guard. They're going to build Wemby on the back of the Knicks. The other day, matter of fact, big shout out to Matt Guard, because Matt Guard is some type of Maxtradamus or something like that. Because Matt said, imagine if Wemby winds up a Knick. Like, he doesn't sign his rookie extension, he winds up a Knick. And then all of a sudden, the schedule comes out. Well, not the full schedule, but the Christmas Day games come out. And the Spurs are playing the Knicks in Madison Square Garden Christmas Day. Go figure, Fabian. Big shout out to Matt Guard. I don't like it, Fabian. We need to be playing Philly.
I love it because Wemby's going to bring... Bro, it's Wemby. The Wemby years is upon us.
Man, get Wemby the fuck out of here. He's great. He's great. I'm not against him. But don't build his fame and let him get a home game on Christmas. Let him build the Spurs up and get a home game on Christmas. He don't got to come to the Garden. Stay away.
Wemby is going to go start tomorrow. This is his coming out party. If he's real like that, as I believe he is, he's coming out tomorrow. He's taking down bodies. I'm 41. Christmas, this is a teaser. He's competitive.
So
I love it.
Wait, time out. Let me just get a 20 second.
I know where you're going, and I hope you ask me.
No. I need to see you when I ask you this. No. I'll wait. I need to see you when I ask you this.
I mean,
what's Stephen A? What Stephen A be saying? Put them back up on the screen while I say this. Put them back up on the screen. My producer.
You know, for these entertainers you despise, you sure do quote them a lot. I almost went with the first name, but I held back the fervor.
Yo, Ray. Stop playing with me.
You need never. I'm 41. That was wild. That was wilder. That wasn't wilder than earlier. Can we say what happened earlier?
No.
I want to say it. Some gentleman. All right. You had a question for me because we're talking about Wemby, and all of a sudden, what?
Listen. Do you have France beating USA tomorrow?
Oh, no. I'm looking for the spread to see if it's by 30 points, you gotta take the under. Because Wemby's gonna foul out. Wemby's fouling out, bro. LeBron's gonna get him in foul trouble. He might go dizzy tomorrow. But
he's gonna foul out tomorrow?
He's fouling out. Bro, who the hell? Goldberg. They just said Goldberg's benched.
You want a friendly 25 push-ups.
20.
Okay.
I gotta.
Okay. I'm not arguing with you.
You know what? 20. 25. We ain't playing no games. 25. Even though you could do like 50, but that's crazy. So
don't
50
ask
for you.
Me about. I said I threw a number out there. I was hoping you would just jump at the number, but now you're telling me how many I could do. I'm asking you. 25 push-ups on live. You know, it doesn't have to be live. It'll just be recorded. We'll just record it. It has to be recorded.
Whatever you want to do. I'll do it live and direct.
Y'all heard him, y'all. Y'all heard him, y'all. 25 push-ups on live if Wemby fouls out tomorrow. If Wemby doesn't foul out tomorrow. Because you got him fouling now.
Oh, you don't think he'll get in foul trouble?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, somebody's saying the audio isn't working. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
So hopefully they'll save the audio.
Let us know. Give us a thumbs up in the comments, y'all. If y'all can hear us well.
So But back to the dream team. How are Q Borrow? He said it's working. But sometimes it does that for some like stream art is crazy. How is the 2024 team going to beat the dream team? Like, what's the lineup? What is the strategy?
What's the lineup? What's the strategy?
What's the mismatches?
Well, the biggest mismatches obviously is Kevin Durant. That's a clear mismatch, I think, for anybody on the opposing side. I don't think that there's anybody that could really do anything with him on the offensive. I mean, on the defensive end. That's just because he's so supremely offensively talented. It has nothing to do with them not being good, right? Scottie Pippen goes down as probably the best wing defender of all time, up there as one of the best defenders of all time. This is no disrespect to Scottie Pippen or even Michael Jordan, a defensive player of the year winner, right? There's no disrespect to them. This is all praise to Kevin Durant and just who he is on an offensive level. I don't think, we've seen it all, getting up under him, being physical. That doesn't shake him. You know what I'm saying? He's a 7-foot player that could put the ball on the floor. That's just as quick, not fast, just as quick as your quickest player on the opposing team, right? He makes up space with his strides are so big. So 2 steps this way, he's where he wants to be. Obviously, his wingspan is, I can't even call it, whatever his wingspan is, it's Stretch Armstrong, right? So we're talking about a supremely gifted, talented, and well-oiled machine on the offensive end in Kevin Durant. So I don't think anybody poses a threat on defense on Kevin Durant on the 92 Dream Team. And that's no disrespect to them. Again, that's a tribute to Kevin Durant. So to answer your question, that would be the mismatch, if anything, for me. But in terms of lineups, what lineup do I think will pose problems for them? If you roll out a lineup with Bron at the 1, Steph off the ball at the 2, Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, and you could flip-flop Embiid and what you call it, Embiid and Anthony Davis. Me personally, if we're rolling out there a healthy Embiid, I would roll Embiid out to start things out, and then we'll bring in Anthony Davis and Anthony Edwards being the first guys off the pine. But I just think that would just pose an extremely difficult matchup problem in terms of just how to get. Okay, so we could talk about what game are we playing, right? Because everybody thinks that like it's a disrespect to the talent and the greatness and the legendariness. Big shout out to OG of the 92 team. There's no disrespect to that. I think people was catching the last week when I was talking about it. Y'all might have thought I'm like trying to disrespect them. No, I'm not one of those.
You were elevating the legendariness of the guys right now.
Right. Like I'm not like there's
to be.
No disrespect. I'm a student. I'm like I told y'all, my circle calls me the historian. Like I love the old school era of basketball. This is no disrespect to them. Like you said though, Fabian, there's just people are taking for granted the greatness that we're watching in terms of just straight up basketball, right? Everybody is adding their own 2 cents in because we do have social media now. Yes, do I feel like sometimes it needs to just go back to the barbershop, to the guy that shut the hell up when he didn't know what he was talking about? Yeah, sometimes I wish it would go back to that. But here we are, and I love it. But we got to understand, if we just watching the game, bro, like there's a lot of guys out there that are going to go down that we're going to be talking about when we talking to our grandkids, bro. When we get grandkids, we're going to be talking, yo, Kevin Durant, yo, Steph Curry. Yo, let me talk to you about LeBron James. And this is no disrespect to, because we're going to talk about Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and everybody else that deserves to be talked about. Your favorite player is Moses Malone, right? We respect, but you love Moses, is what I'm saying, bro. You.
I hate the fact that he's underrated. And when I bring him up, and y'all, that's just a real sidebar. When they bring up Steph Curry's top 15 all time, I'm like, okay, He had a better career than Moses Malone. That's kind of crazy to me. But it's the same underrated legendariness that you're describing with this current 2024 team. Our current players of this era, they're gonna be maligned because we hold the dream team, and Michael Jordan specifically is the one with the torch in his hand that everybody's like, oh, you can't touch them because this is Michael Jordan. Michael Jeffrey Jordan's on the team. What you gonna do? The same prick who left Isaiah Thomas off the team. I digress.
You got that off. You got that off.
I'm going to always remind everybody that he lied about it. He got caught on tape lying about that. I'm fair to everybody.
He did. And he did.
I think if you were coaching the 2024 Olympic team, then this game will be a lot closer than what it is. But it's Chuck Daly coaching over there 92, and it's Steve Kerr's bum ass coaching in 2024. You ain't playing Tatum for whatever reason. I truly believe whatever you throw out there, it doesn't matter. It's going to be pretty much even. The USA team have to have 7 to 8 guys out there. Larry Bird is not Larry Bird. He's washed up. He's going to be like a stretch 5 or stretch 4 for some time. You ain't going out. He's on the laying on the sideline with an ice pack on his back. No, he's not the same Larry Joe Bird. Is that his middle name? The illest white name. Larry Definitely Joe. Midwest white man. If you ever heard of it, Larry Joe Bird.
Larry Joe.
That definitely ain't no black guy from Brooklyn.
Bust your ass.
Right.
In jeans. He showed up. He showed up to Indiana State. He showed up to Indiana State to run pickup in jeans and a flannel and went crazy.
His legendariness just gets whiter and whiter.
Bro, a flannel in jeans, dirty jeans, and I'm talking shit to you while I'm busting your ass? Nah. Larry Joe. Nah.
JJP New York NYC says, we forget Patrick Ewing barely played in the Olympics. French lick. Thank you. Larry Bird, the French lick of Indiana. Exactly. White as hell. You can't get more white than French lick. You got to replace that name, by the way. What the hell is going on over there in Indiana?
Larry Joe.
Freaky deaky mother lovers over there in Indy. But if yesterday's game wasn't apparent to you that the biggest flaw with this team is definitely defense.
But they have the capable defenders. It's just learning how to play team defense is hard, bro. They have the capable defenders. You know that. There are all-world defenders over there, bro. Think about who's over there right now. There are first-team All-NBA defenders. There are high-level defenders over there right now. So they're very capable of defending. All I'm saying is being on a string offensively as opposed to being on a string defensively is harder. When as you gel offensively and just being such supreme IQ level players, they are going to gel offensively way quicker than they gel defensively. They're just better than everybody right now. And now you're seeing when they turn it on, you see that they can play together. That's going to happen faster just because, like I said, you got the best of the best right now. But defensively, it would take them 10 games, 20 games or so to really get on a defensive string where they turn into like this juggernaut where you don't score 40 points on them. You dig what I'm saying? I hope I said that right, but it's a completely different thing when you're trying to get on one accord with your teammates defensively. Because you got to understand tendencies. You got to understand schemes and how we play in this team and that team, and understand that, Kevin Durant is better coming under the screen than going over top of screen. So we're going to play him on this guy over here so he doesn't get into ball screens. Like, different shit. You got to know that shit. Like, it's different. So
you walked me right into my point about this team, about the dream team, and why I keep saying they're built for these rules. Because everything you're saying in my mind with David Robinson and Patrick Ewing, it's way easier to learn all those tendencies. Correct me if I'm wrong, because now I gotta use your experience. Okay. If we're playing the center down low over there, we know he's not gonna go rotate to the perimeter. We're not playing that kind of game. We're playing old school style basketball. Joel Embiid, you out there? I'm not coming out there. David Robinson might come out there.
D. Rob is going to step out there, but more than likely, it's hard. It was very few times that if you could pull your big away from the rim back in the 90s and early 2000s, you were good, because now you're getting a rim protector away from the rim, and now if you got a guy that can get downhill, like, that's special. That's special. But here's my point. Even if D. Rob comes out there, if Barkley's on the court, you're getting rebounds. And that's my biggest thing with it. We talk about defense and rebounding. That's it. That's how I feel about also with football. The line of scrimmage, you win the line of scrimmage, it's over. If I'm holding the fort with defense, or D. Rob goes out there, your Barkley's gonna get the rebound. Is there a better rebounder on this team than Barkley? No.
Then you got Magic, and David Robinson.
That Magic conversation is dicey for me, because
don't say it.
No, because I want to know. No. It ain't even about that. It's about where do you put? It's not even about that. But I'm asking, where do you put Magic? In terms of where do you place him defensively? Where do you play him?
Magic heard him talking. He got frozen, man. Damn.
No, where do you play him? I'm here.
Or did I get frozen?
Yeah, something. Where do you play him? Where do you play Magic? Can you hear me? My brother popped off. He ain't hit. Yeah, as soon as I start talking about Magic, it's over now. He's going to pop back in. We're going to get right back to it, y'all.
I just got back to it. Damn you. I'm not calling you out. Not calling you out, internets. Q-Bro said, we lost them. Yeah, baby. I'm back in the mix. Magic. That's the problem.
Yeah, nah. You were saying that you brought up Magic. Yeah, you brought up Magic, but I'm like, where do you stick Magic and have him defend? You have him defend LeBron James? You have him running around with Steph Curry? How do you?
He's to be at the 4. Got to put him at the 4. You cannot. Magic was getting his. People don't want to hear this. Magic wasn't guarding nobody. Oh, he led the league in steals. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Listen, man. Magic would have. He can't guard nobody, bro. Not in this era. Not in his era.
That's tough. That's tough.
But if you throw him on Anthony Davis, unless you keep going to him, you throw him on Embiid, I think it's a tough matchup for him. Not tough, but that's where you put him, because you can't put him on these other guys. He can stay probably in front of Embiid because he's a slower guard in that sense. You know what I'm saying? But that's how you have to work him. And he can't be the focal point of the dream team. He's not the strength of the dream team. He's not. He just isn't. I think the rebounding, though, and going back to the defense, what you were saying, is way easier to have that anchor with Robinson and you in there, especially after how many defensive rebounds did they give up yesterday with Embiid in the game? It was like 5 possessions in a row.
Too many.
That's not, you cannot do that against the dream team.
Too many.
Second chance points?
Way too many.
Karl Malone out there.
Over an inferior team. Over an inferior rebounding team. Right?
And that's been my thing from the 08 on. All right, you got Dwight Howard, but they could put him in foul trouble. They could put him in foul trouble. He could rebound for you, but he relies, to me, in my opinion, he was so superior athletically that he was grabbing boards over everybody. And it wasn't against Robinson. Him and Robinson going mano-a-mano. They splitting them boards up. But that's not, I digress, because that's not this era. AD's getting rebounds over these dudes? The guy who doesn't want to play the 5? That guy?
He's a hell of a rebounder. We say what we want. He's a hell of a rebounder. So
is he but Robinson Ewing level rebounding, Karl Malone rebounding, Charles Barkley rebounding? I think that's the advantage, the glaring advantage that they have, and I don't see one with any of these teams. I haven't seen one. Once you got a big man like that, that's he cleaning the boards up. Do you see that? Let's say it goes 7 games. Any of these 7 games, are they out rebounding the dream team?
Depends. All depends. Because now those guys can't play all game. What are their rotations? You said nothing about how they match up against them. You asked me for a lineup, and now we're talking about rebounding, which is very important. I'm not dismissing that, but what I am saying though is, how do they match up? And you did ask me about name me a mismatch, and I gave you a huge one. Pause. So
I think
what do they do?
I like how you dodge the rebounding. I don't think.
No, I'm not dodging the rebounding. We're talking about guys that can rebound. We're talking about Anthony Davis, who's a great rebounder. LeBron James is still a great rebounder at his position. Anthony Davis rebounds the basketball well. Like we have rebounders. Bam Adebayo is no scrub, and he can't. He's a rebounder. Like we do have guys that's going to clean the glass as well. But we present defensive matchups against that 92 team that people don't want to talk about. This ain't Tony Kukoc that they gonna try to go bully and take him out the game. This ain't that.
You throwing Tatum on Mike, then switch up with Drew Holiday because he's the mismatch. Anybody guard
another one who's an incredible mismatch.
So the way I see the game is like you said with Kevin Durant on the offensive end. I think if it's a one-on-one style game, you slow it down. Now you take away. In my opinion, 2024 has the advantage in the transition.
I mean, I didn't even want to talk about pushing the pace, because once 24 starts pushing the pace, it's a different type of basketball game. Yes, Magic got up and down, Mike got up and down, Pip got up and down, but we're talking about getting up and down and hitting threes. And Barkley got up in transition, but we're talking about getting in transition, hitting threes in transition, not getting easy twos, dunks around the rim, things like that. We're talking about getting in transition, Steph Curry bit bop and stopping on a dime and hitting a 3 back to back to back possessions, and you get a wave of 12 points in 2 minutes, and you're like, what the hell is going on? Like, that's what I'm talking. How do they stop that?
I don't see that. I don't see it. Neither team. I don't see a big trend, because you can't sleep on 2024 being able to rotate, and once you slow the game down, it's over. I don't see them just picking up the pace and do whatever they want. Maybe flashes of it, but I think the dream
guys
team
that could do that, Fabian. They have guys that you're not going to be able to stop them in trend. Once LeBron says, "Okay, we're pushing the pace," it's a different ball game. You have nobody that's going to stay in front of him when he's trying to get foul line to foul line. Foul line to foul line, Lord have mercy.
He's looking at LeBron. LeBron's looking at Karl Malone like Sha'Carri did today. Congrats on the gold medal.
Big shout out to Sha'Carri.
Bro, like, she ran across before she ran across the line. She looked at the opponent like a cartoon, like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah. Light work. Light.
That was crazy.
Very light. Very, very light.
But I see few of those possessions because that's long rebounds you got to go get and then go in transition. I don't see them shooting too many threes for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? I see them getting back on defense.
Okay.
Like this one.
That's hard, bro. That's a hard task.
But that's what I'm saying. If it's a playoff series, we're slowing it down. That's an automatic. The rebounding and defense, to me, the edge goes to the dream team always, because it's easier for them to play defense. It's easier to do that. Like you said, to figure out where you guys rotate. Oh, y'all got to do that now because y'all used to zone. You got to rotate this guy from the paint. He got to come out and go to the corner, come out to the wing. They ain't doing all that. They're playing straight up man to man. Not the whole game. You can't go the whole game playing man to man against Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. You're not. Somebody's chasing Steph Curry. That'll probably be Stockton. But I think that's the clear advantage for them in half court defense and rebounding. That's why I got them winning in 6 games. I'm respectful.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Just had a call come through. I apologize, y'all. But had I been on the link through the web browser, that would have killed this and that would have killed the call. But have no fear. Big Flea is on punishment. So I'm on the app and we are good to go. Call came through. Had to let the call pass, and y'all still got me. Audio was great. Visual is good. No freezing. Y'all got to keep me on punishment. I like this. Let's go. So you got him in 6.
You know who's not on punishment? The guys who tap into the description and click the link for StreamYard, and you can sign up with StreamYard. You get $10 off if you sign up. You don't have to sign up because StreamYard has a free service every month. You get 5 hours on their cloud to have your videos up there. Click that link. You also help us, understand our analytics. For those that understand, with sponsors and everything like that. This whole thing, I'm getting in my Joe Budden bag.
Uh-oh.
Everybody's hiding the numbers, man. Nobody got the answers out here, man. Like Sway.
Nobody.
They ain't trying to give up the analytics. So tapping on that StreamYard link, it helps us know who's paying attention to this. Click the description, tap the StreamYard link. If you want to sign up, please do. If you sign up and get a subscription, you get $10 off. I think it's $25 a month for you to have 50 hours worth of gigabytes on the cloud for your videos. And there's an excellent editing system on StreamYard. It's not perfect yet. I'm not going to lie to you. It ain't picture perfect, but it allows you to chop up the pieces that you want. You can't really fix them how you want to, but you can. I use it all the time to just chop it up and upload it immediately to YouTube. Whatever topic we're talking about, I cut it up and I uploaded it immediately to YouTube. That way we get the videos going, which I'll get to a little bit later. And y'all see that all throughout the weekend, all the videos that we did throughout the week. So please click the description, the link in the description for StreamYard. And there's a Cash App. Hold on a second. What the hell is wrong with me? We love
Big
Super
Cash
Chats. Don't
App.
get me wrong. But hey, YouTube, you might start hating on me because y'all be taking 30%. But these people love us. Our people love us. The family loves us. And apparently Cash App takes 3%. So guess what? I'm taking a 97 over 70 any day.
Big Cash
I ain't no
App.
Jalen Brunson. Hey, Brunson, I'm sorry. I'm not you. He's my 97.
He was making jokes about that. He was making jokes about that at the presser.
Was he on punishment?
No, he's not. I got to talk to him and figure out how he got off punishment.
Fucking asshole. Hold on. Was that the only thing? Wow. I feel like I sucked.
Pause. It's great.
There's no 141 in that?
Nah, gang. Nah.
You're on your own with that one. Jaylen Brown's making the rounds? 41?
Jaylen Brown's making the round. Now he's a rapper.
There's a revenge tour coming from Jason Tatum. I'm seeing Jaylen Brown is trending. I was rooting against Team USA and I want France to beat them by 1,000 points. I don't care that I'm American. The disrespect that Steve Kerr has shown Jason Tatum throughout. Oh, see, I'm sorry, I'm gonna give this prick. Oh, Lorenzo, my brother. Thank you. He said 30%. Nah, I'll Cash App y'all instead of Super Chat. Yo, Lorenzo, my man.
My guy Lorenzo.
Lorenzo and the Benzo. Appreciate you. I don't know if it was you that asked yesterday or someone with an M. We're starting at 2:00 because Fabian needs some sleep. At least with when I'm on live.
It's a big fact.
And yeah, YouTube is, I don't want to say they robbing you, but they take that's the iPad, the iPhone prices, the Apple store. They hit you with 30%. They ain't playing, man. Yeah, man. Appreciate you, Lorenzo. Y'all saw Kolick at the presser, happy as hell.
Yeah, he was up there. Too. He was up there with the guys.
Somebody put, is this a requirement for all for all the like the second rounders to show up at the press conference because you might not make the team. You over there showing up.
There was mad at them there. There was mad second rounders there. It was mad two-way players. Pause.
I'm like, yeah, show your ass up to these to the presser. You better show up second rounder.
Show love to the captain.
The captain. I'm hyped off that.
Yeah, I like that. I like the way that sounds for him, man. It's good. I love that for him.
I hope I don't piss Flea off with this one, but
I unfollowed Barstool just now. Let me tell y'all something. I didn't even let this play. And when I saw this, I saw the caption or whatever Barstool had to say, and I unfollowed them immediately. I am on that type of time. I'm cleaning up my timelines now, y'all. I'm just sharing with y'all. When I see something I don't like, I'm just being real. I just unfollow it. I got to be better in how I take in my social media content. But play that. I like to see it.
this is Dave Portnoy commenting about Steve Kerr disrespecting Jason Tatum and whatever.
Okay, real quick rant here on the Olympics. I'm not a big Olympics guy. I haven't paid much attention to the Olympics.
Stop.
And there on.
Stop. You see what he said just now, right? I'm not a big Olympic guy. I don't pay attention to the Olympics. That's the first things I heard out of his mouth. But he's involving himself. Go ahead, play it. I'm sorry.
Track and field. But let's get to the basketball. A lot of back and forth. USA beat Serbia in a squeaker last night. Kevin Durant on the Twitter machine on X late night chirping American fans who were rooting for Serbia. Some Nuggets fans, other people, other reasons. I saw Pat Bev being like, can you believe people weren't rooting Americans, obviously, for the U.S.? Well, let me say this as clearly, as bluntly, as straightforward as I can. I was rooting against them, and I want France to beat them by 1,000 points. I don't care that I'm American. The disrespect that Steve Kerr has shown Jason Tatum throughout this tournament makes me hate this team. Jason Tatum, look at this shirt. He brought me a world championship, an NBA championship, banner 18. I know we got a Celtics on there. In fact, I think the Celtics team, by the way, would beat the Olympic team. Different story, different day. The disrespect, Steve Kerr. He didn't play him the first time. Then he's like, oh, I'm an idiot. How did I not get him in? I'm so stupid. Won't happen again. Does it again. Blames it on math. Steve Kerr, you moron. These guys are that much better than Tatum. He can't get 5-10 minutes. 3-time, first-time All-NBA team. Who are these guys? Yeah, Curry. I like Curry. Curry played great. I hate LeBron. LeBron's 100 years old. Durant and Booker are on the same team. They suck. You know who won the championship? You know who had the best players? The Celtics. And to make this guy fly to France, his mother, Tatum's mother, is now complaining about it, and rightfully so. To make this guy, who is a true superstar in this league, be embarrassed like this, fuck you, Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr hasn't done dick. He hasn't done dick. He was handed a super team from Mark Jackson. No control of the locker room. You get Draymond Green punching people in the face. He just sits there, kumbaya. Steve Kerr, I could do anything Steve Kerr has done, I could do as a coach. Fuck that guy. You can't figure out how to get Jason Tatum in the game 10 minutes, not embarrass him. You're down 20 in the first half. What could have been worse? And these guys.
You don't even know what the elevator play is, my brother. They smoked you and they punked your team when they played in the finals, my brother. You was sitting in the front row talking to Draymond, and he came back when he punked your squad, number one. And I'm not defending Draymond because he went against Steve Kerr as well.
Go crazy. Go crazy on Portnoy. Go ahead.
Yeah, fuck Portnoy because he called Angel Reese a piece of shit, and she is fine.
And she's a great basketball player.
Listen, forget all that. We see Anna Kournikova not win one game, and they showed.
How old is that child? How old? I'm sorry.
First of all, she ain't no child. She's a grown woman out there strutting.
I'm not going to
knock it off. That girl.
I'm not going to Drake you. They draked you. They tried to Drake you. I'm sorry.
You can't Drake me.
You can't Drake me. Look at fans said, nah.
Hold on. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's take it a step up.
What we got?
Let's take it back to that LSU alum. You kidding me? Hey, Mama Reese. Listen, man. All I gotta do is text my wife.
Nah. Text or what?
I got business to handle.
Thanks for everything. I really
love you.
appreciate everything.
He loves you. Hold on, I love you, and so does she. Mama Reese. Because if Angel Reese is working with all that, she got the little joint, and it's broken.
Sir,
listen.
This ain't about Angel Reese. We're kicking
it is.
David Portnoy in his back right now.
He said, yeah, exactly, because he said all that, but he don't go back on his word. Angel Reese, we give Caitlin Clark her props. She revolutionized the game in her own way, brought the game to another level, of course. But we said this a million times. Angel Reese will be duplicated. It's duplicatable.
It's duplicatable?
Duplicatable. You can see that. You're going to see how many girls, how many more Barbies are going to be out there. Look at Nicki Minaj.
Yo, I just threw that in the stash. Duplicatable?
Duplicatable.
I ain't going to try to do it again.
Duplicatable. That's my Dominicano coming out. Because you could do duplicatable.
Nah, I don't like that. I like it too much that I don't like it.
Q Burrow, I'm keeping it PG. Mama Reese, come through.
Thank you, Q Burrow. Get your man back in line, man.
Come to Santiago. So because Dave Portnoy shitted on them, that's when I was just like, bro, you're a clown. You can't possibly call. If you call a woman that to their face, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. I don't care what you think. No, we were roasting Dave Portnoy, East Drew.
Yeah,
that's who I'm roasting.
Get him out of here.
Because the only reason why you feel like that is because he's benching Tatum or whatever it is. You wouldn't have said that if Tatum was on the Clippers. You wouldn't have cared. These are my Celtics. Blah, blah, blah. You don't watch the Olympics. Go to hell.
He just be talking.
He does.
He just be talking.
Boston got the bag though. He got a big bag, but again, I don't want to do it that way. I mean, I might shit on you, Portnoy. You talking about? He's probably way bigger than me. Putting a bottle to his face, man. Don't get near me, bro. I don't want to be near that dude. Like you just.
Yeah, he's a prick, and I don't like how he comes off. Like he has this like pizza review thing that he does. Now he's a pizza guru. Like
which by the way, his reviews are trash. But
garbage.
I like the idea. I might have to take your idea. How about that? Because you ain't going around. You probably selling that pizza, man. Reviews are trash.
You probably be way better. I know this is the hating portion of our show, but go to hell, Dave Portnoy.
But let's get Dave Portnoy the hell out of here because what is he really talking about? He brung it to Kevin Durant, man.
Yeah, then he said LeBron old as hell. LeBron had a triple-double yesterday. Did y'all know that?
LeBron did the right thing and gave Kevin Durant the ball when it mattered. Give him the ball, please. It's not LeBron knows what he's doing.
KD the finisher, no question.
And they came back for Carmelo after Bogdanovich was showing out.
It was good to see Melo out there.
So listen, man. I told you, more and more he shows his face, the more I love the guy. He's always been cool.
No. Ja Morant, stay over there. Stay over there. Stay over there.
You ruined the Knicks, but that's neither here nor there.
See? Now the truth always truth always rises to the top.
Don't matter. He ruined the Knicks, but post-career, I wish you would have done this during your career because I think you would have won us all over. Anyway, LeBron loves you and he showed out for you.
Everybody loves him. All his contemporaries, all of them say how cold he was. Unguardable.
Nobody speaks filthy about. And he clocked Marty Collins and knocked him out for no reason.
You wanted to say that for so long.
Because you forgot about that. See,
I didn't. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all real fast. When that happened, that was like my freshman year of college. So I was really like in the dumps about basketball because I wasn't playing, working my ass off, but not getting in no games. So I'm pissed off. And the Knicks suck. And they not good. I'm sitting there watching that game one night, man. And everything going on, I'm like, okay, it's over with. And I'm tight at Nate Robinson because he tried to act extra with JR. And I'm like, why we acting extra? We stink. We're not good.
Why'd you get flipped into the crowd like that?
Like, yeah, what are you doing? Just calm down.
You didn't represent for the short guys, man. For the little man, you supposed to go get low, punch somebody in the nuts. You were playing too many games. Or you thought you could do push-ups?
Big shout out to Nate Robinson, though. I hope he gets better soon. I hope he gets well. Like, big shout out to Nate Robinson.
God bless him in this situation. He gets a kidney transplant, right?
Yeah, big shout out to Nate Robinson, though. Like,
we're talking about them good when your kidneys were good. You got to throw into the crowd like,
yo, he's going crazy.
So Carmelo, nobody plays with Carmelo, but you were watching this your freshman year,
and he popped when everything went on. I thought it was dead, but when he hit him, and it made like. You watching the game, and Mike Breen is walking you through everything that's going on right now. And he popped, son, and then ran off. That's what was nasty about it. He didn't pop him and like, oh, now it's up. He popped him and then tried to get low. Jared Jeffries was about to kill him.
He wasn't. He wasn't gonna kill him. That's
he said he wasn't. He wasn't.
I like the effort.
He wasn't.
It was a great. You represented for the block. You couldn't get to him. The cops got in the way. The girls got in the way. Jared, thank you for showing the effort. But Carmelo and Kenyon and them would have.
They was about to take his pick. They was about to take Jared Jeffries about to run out his jersey. Pull that up. We ain't seen that in a while. Pull it up, fam. Come on, just for a laugh.
Just for kick.
I ain't seen that in man long.
We have 12 votes. The dream team is 92% over the 2024 team.
Gotcha. I wouldn't expect anything else, right?
We're probably gonna have to bleep this out later.
Oh, we are. I just wanted to see. I just wanted for nostalgic view because we laughing about it right now.
2006.
Yeah. What month?
That was crazy. I want to say that was December.
Yeah, that was
in my mom's house.
Yep.
I was sitting in my mom's house, and even she was like, "Oh nah, Carmelo's a chump for that. You threw a punch. You're supposed to stay there." My mom is not to fight none of that. Oh no, you threw a punch. You're supposed to stay.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Mom? Yeah.
It was a chump move. See, Jared Jeffries wanted smoke. Stop fronting. You see? Oh, they're gonna keep. Yeah, that was a chump move.
Look at Carmelo here. He's watching. I guess Marty Collins must have said something to him.
That's what I'm saying. Marty Collins must have said some fly shit to him.
He rips off Camby's on.
Yo,
a lot of momentum. You gotta have Andre the Giant out there. You gotta have the big dog out there to get the momentum back. Once your man gets knocked out, here go your man Jared Jeffries. Thanks for the effort, man.
That's wild.
Who's on this team? David Lee.
This is a bad team.
Channing Frye.
This is a bad team. This is not a good team.
Flea likes his historical data. Who are the only 3 7-footers to shoot over 1,000 3-pointers? Make 1,000 3-pointers.
7-footers to hit 1,000 threes.
It's 3.
We gotta go Dirk first. Not first, but that's the first name that comes to mind. Dirk. 1,000 threes. Dirk. Is Kevin Durant considered a 7-footer?
I don't think so. He wasn't on the list.
You got the list in front of you?
Or
do you remember just remember the players?
I remember the players.
Okay, cool.
It stood out. You're not. I just mentioned the one name, and the other one will surprise you. No, not Sam Perkins. Knicks 100. Chuck Person wasn't 7 feet.
Chuck Person wasn't 7 feet. Yeah,
the rifleman.
We said 7 footers, y'all. But okay, so Dirk is obviously one.
No joke, not Joker. He was on the Knicks team. On that screen.
Oh, yeah. Okay, he hit 1,000 threes. Channing Frye.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah, Channing Frye definitely hit 1,000 threes in his career.
And the last one is currently signed a big contract. Big time.
1,000 threes for a big.
He signed like last week on the trade market. Now he's off the trade market for at least a year.
Oh, he's hit 1,000 threes in his career? Marking him?
Yep.
Those are the only guys?
7 feet.
Hell
I'm
no.
surprised. I'm surprised Towns is on there. I'll look up Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, look at Cat. That list is surprising to me. Just
Shocked me.
yeah.
Marketing shocked me, and then Channing Frye shocked me. Karl Anthony Towns has. I'll go to totals, right?
And he talking about he's the best 3-point shooting big. You ain't hit 1,000 yet.
Only reason why he hasn't is because of the injuries, because he has 975, and I don't know if he's a 7-footer. He is 7 feet. They got him at 7 feet. He has 975, so he'll be a part of that list this year by game 10. Right? He shoots 5 threes a game.
25. He's away from 25 away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
D I get ein. What's that mean?
I don't know. Not sure.
So only Fry, Laurie, and Dirk. I was surprised Channing Frye was 7 feet.
Yeah, that's interesting. Because if Channing Frye counts, I don't understand why Kevin Durant wouldn't. But
bro, Kevin Durant, we used to think T-Mac was 7 feet. Because every time he stood to somebody, it was like,
that's a fact.
Kobe, he's like 5 inches taller than Kobe.
Kobe, yeah, he has so much more height on him than Bean.
That Kobe T-Mac, that Kobe T-Mac gap is crazy. You 5 inches taller than me, and I'm still going nuts, and you can't kill like I could. T-Mac.
It's just a work ethic, bro. Like Bean was a different type of worker. That's all. Like niggas don't understand. Like he was obsessed with working, and so aside from his talent, his work ethic just took him to another and just blew a bunch of niggas out the water. Like get you niggas out of here. Like.
So we did mention Kevin Durant going bananas. They win yesterday. Is that the biggest Olympic game for this era? Even with the Redeem team? Well, the Redeem team with Kobe with the iconic.
Mm-hmm. I'll never forget that.
That's up there with this game yesterday, or the Spain game?
Spain game was the Spain game. Was that a gold medal game?
It had to be, because Spain was waxing everybody.
Yeah, was that the gold medal game? And he told everybody he gonna run right through Pau chest first play of the game.
And they were all surprised. You know what surprises me is the fact that they were surprised. Like they weren't gonna do that. That's what surprised me more. Because I think if that was the 80s, they'd be like, all right, bro. And they kept drinking their beer. And the guys in the locker room going crazy. Just put a powder on the table at the Olympics. They were bugging out. Yeah, man. Go. All right, Kobe. Yeah, Kobe.
All right, man.
All right, sounds cool.
He was with every ounce of the smoke.
Yeah, them dudes are soft anyway. Spain is soft now. Imagine in the 80s. They'd have been terrified of them dudes.
They wanted autographs. They wanted autographs after the game for these dudes.
Right. That's the other factor before I get to Durant. That is an absolute fact. Not only has the gap closed with talent, so has this mystique of the USA because they play so many games together. They're also they're stars in their country. They're coming through to represent. Dream Team was the Beatles. They were the Golden State Warriors. For all you guys that don't know, the Bulls in the 90s. That's what the Dream Team was, roaming around. They couldn't leave their hotel without security.
It was
now
crazy.
It's kind of like, all right, Dream Team. All right, cool, USA.
It was crazy back in the day.
Rashid just under 7 feet has 1,003. And that's what it is. The guys
that's why RP is my guy.
1,003s, man. An exhibition game? What was the exhibition game? I don't know. So speaking of the Olympics, 2024, Kevin Durant celebrates his monumental, or him and the 2024 USA team's monumental victory by going on a Twitter tirade against everybody. Swiper is a Denver Nuggets content creator. He's really good at what he does. I'm gonna have him on Twitter. I'm gonna start bragging. I'm gonna get into my Barry Horowitz bag where you pat yourself on the back. I used to be on Twitter Spaces all the time. People don't remember certain things, but it's all good. It's all good. When it's time to remember, I show love differently. Had him in Twitter Spaces and all that. He was shy to like mention his own swiper. Was too shy to mention his own platform. I say, bro, you're doing your thing. You got like 2,000 followers on YouTube. Mention your things like, oh, nah, man, stop playing around. Now he's doing his thing. He got like 28,000 followers on Twitter. It makes me feel like Dime should be running circles around these Twitter dudes. But anyway, I digress. Swiper's here talking what he mentions here after the Olympic game. He says, because he's a big Nuggets content creator. Swiper says, Serbia just took the most talented team in the history of the planet to the wire with a medal on the line. Team USA was a 16-point favorite. The whole country should be proud. Kevin Durant responds, where you from?
Somebody really wants a response back.
Right. He was going crazy. Will D. Jones, I think he's another Nuggets creator, content creator. Kevin Durant quotes him and says, Will's upset. Somebody else, Mike Smith, said, cheering against Team USA. You mean like all those Americans who were making fun of Noah Lyles not winning gold in the latest race? Good old double standards. Kevin Durant responds, to all you Nuggets fans, nobody gives a F who y'all lames believe is the best player in the league. Players got major respect for Joker. We don't worship him like y'all do, but most are in awe of his brilliance. Trolling you cornballs for rooting against us is part of the game. Deal with it. Josh Barnett, I don't know who you are from Britain, learned a lot about U.S. sports culture today. A lot of flexing for only just beating a nation of 6.6 million in a sport they invented. Acting like Jokic fans are committing treason. We here would never do this to a small Pacifica nation. Whatever. I'm glad Kevin.
Why are you talking like how Josh Barnett would have sounded?
That was a horrible British accent. Let's talk about the fan culture that's been created recently. A lot of huge egos who believe they are the reason for the advancement of the sport. A lot of idol worship, a lot of hate and division based off wins and losses. A lot of disrespect of the work being put in by these incredible athletes, mostly by people who don't know what it takes to be good at anything besides talking. Go do something and get out the way.
That's a fact, though.
Oh, fact, Kevin. Hold on. Kevin was on fire. Hold on.
He's on fire.
Eric Laughlin responded, I'm pretty sure what you just described is just sports. Competition creates division. Fans do make the league how big it is. If no one was watching, no one would know who any players are, and y'all wouldn't be paid shit. Don't act like this now. Talking big because you beat Serbia. Kevin Durant said, why do you watch? That's when I started being like, all right, Kevin, you're doing too much. That's what y'all do, y'all clowns. You use players to push them corny agendas y'all got. It's a brotherhood, fam. You're not a part of. It's a problem now because social media got you clowns walking around with your chest out like you mean something. You don't. Your takes don't matter. That's when you started to sound like a chump to me, to be honest with you. Because you poke your chest out on social media. Where was your chest when Draymond Green called you a bitch?
He
caved in.
He ran and got out of there. I can't be here no more.
Stuttering.
Which I understand, but
the whole Golden State embarrassed you. Kevin Durant started off his career at OKC. I don't remember a player more beloved than him. You know, LeBron, once he went with the decision that it was very polarizing. Before that, he was met with a lot of pushback because he's compared to Mike. But Durant, for me, was never like that in OKC. He won the MVP, and he was Steph Curry before Steph Curry. He had that love, in my opinion.
Oh, around the NBA, he was beloved. Yeah.
Even with us, I don't remember fans talking any smack.
No, there was a turn. I always talk about this with just like offline with people and stuff. There was a switch that was flipped with Kevin Durant, and I don't know if it was during the time when he started to defend Russell Westbrook, I try to remember when the switch got flipped and he started acting real different with people. The way he talked to the media, the way he just the way he was. Now, again, that could be growth as a man. I can't say nothing about that. That may be, he's just becoming a man, and his views have changed and things like that. I don't know, but he got real spicy after a while. I used to be like, just be you. Like, why are you acting tough now? You never was tough. Like, what is this about? I could never put my finger on it. Like, I didn't understand the behavior. It's weird.
I think it accompanies Skip Bayless, First Take, Twitter. Remember, he's a big social media guy. So now you're seeing everything being repeated by them. And all that was that's when it got really repeated. Like, Russell Westbrook was the man on the team. He's the alpha and he shouldn't be. And then, Durant's probably seeing that and it's being reposted. And you looking at it like, what do you want me to do? Go punch him in the face? Like, that's not who I am.
Not my thing.
Yeah. So we talked about it the other day when Andrew Bogut was missed out there in that 2015 finals. And you
want me to pull it up again for you?
Yeah, please. So I can flame you. And Steph Curry stays quiet when Draymond's getting kicked out of a finals game. The alpha. There wasn't much talk about Steph Curry. He's just so beloved. Right? But with pressuring Kevin Durant to go pressure Westbrook, who's not getting kicked out of games. Right? Like, that's the hypocrisy on us a little bit, right? That's like
just a little bit.
Big time. Because if Kevin Durant's just looking there like, I just want to play basketball, man. But he never really said that. And that's the problem with me. Like, every time you're vocal, you're not saying I just want to play basketball. And you should just shut up if that's the case, because that's what worked for Steph Curry. He stayed quiet. I don't want nothing to do with none of this. And this is why. Because
that would be extremely out of Steph's character to start engaging with whatever, because there's plenty of people who have negative things to say about Steph Curry. Plenty, right? I'm sure there's a community out there that kills Steph Curry, just like there's a community out there that kills Kevin Durant. But it's what you want to pay attention to. Like, the goofy, let me be respectful. I don't know if it's a funny part. I guess it's Jake Paul, one of the Paul brothers, and some other dudes.
Oh man,
and
garbage. Come on, man. Like, get out of here, man.
But these dudes, and I was just gonna say, like, not to say people that have wives don't have time to worry about social media nonsense, but all he has is hoop from what we see. I don't know him on a personal level. I would be dumb to act like that. But from what we see, all you know and do is hoop. I don't see no women around. I see no woman, singular, around. Again, I don't know your business, but the lifestyle that you guys live, we all know who has the wives and the girlfriends and the children, and it just is what it is. You're not exempt. So when we don't see that you see how I just slide into the Bonchinche era, the portion of the show.
I have a joke for that, but that's going to be for Patreon. I'm not doing that. I was going to set you up crazy.
Yeah, you see? Line me. You just about to line me.
Easily. Because, come on, man. If there's no women around, then. So, yeah, I don't understand that. I just don't get why he's so mad at every, and we talk about it all the time, right? Like, respectfully, comments. It's distracting. I'm on the show. I'm on live. I got to pay attention to Flea. I'm reading them and I go, you know what? Fuck you.
Right.
If I feel that way about a stupid live, no, not stupid, but how do you feel when you're training for basketball 24/7? Because that's what it seems like he does. That, like, I don't think none of us have ever accused Durant of not being a baller. Nobody does that. But you're dedicating your whole life to that, and you got people commenting on you. How do you think you're going to respond? There's no other way to respond but just maybe he likes to respond like that. I don't know. He's just.
Can you hear me, Fabe?
Yeah. You can't.
My bad.
How you gonna go at the fans for doing exactly what you would do if you weren't in the NBA? What if you were a Joker fan and you just wanted to express your love for Joker? A lot of us were rooting against the USA team yesterday. They shall remain nameless. But oh no women around Diddy parties is crazy. I think them injuries changed Durant. Durant was on his way to be top 5 player ever, but them injuries deaded that. He would have been in a conversation. He would have like a real argument like Kobe to be in the top 5 for me. Because he's just too, his physical advantages were crazy. And all we would have been arguing back is like, he couldn't do that back in the day. He couldn't do that back in the day. But if he was just like Curry and just like went about his business, I think Durant's legacy is going to be, that it would have been insane. You know, if he was with Golden State,
But you think his legacy is tainted?
I think he got in his own head. I think like if this is a board game, it's Monopoly, and we start doing some sneak teaming up, you just join the wrong team, and then like you got in your own head, like you start blaming your teammates. Like, why'd you leave your team? How you team hopping? Like even being with Golden State, I thought LeBron with the decision affected the NBA so crazy that even he didn't realize the other players would follow suit. I don't think he realized how much of an impact the decision was going to make. None of us did. And when Durant did that, it was like, that's worse than what LeBron did. I never thought what LeBron did was so bad, besides the whole shitting on Cleveland part. I always thought that was the worst part about it, but Cleveland was not going to build a championship, commit to a championship team year in, year out. They just weren't. And Durant, you couldn't say that. Yeah, look, I mean, especially looking at what Sam Presti has done since then. He messed up having drafting 3 MVPs. Don't get me wrong. That might go down as the biggest fumble
in history.
Because that's not guaranteed. No matter if we think Chet has an outside chance of MVP. In my opinion, he's MVP caliber potential, talent-wise. Still got to show more, of course. Got to be healthy.
That's going to be a tough task to draft 3 MVPs again. That would be a tough task again. To be that on point to do that.
We didn't think Westbrook was going to be an MVP.
No. Nobody thought Harden.
Yeah. So that wasn't, but Chet can all of a sudden be one. And part of the reason why those two were was because Harden left. Well, Westbrook gets more MVP love because Harden leaves. If Harden is there,
it's hard. It's hard. If Kevin Durant is there, Westbrook doesn't win an MVP. Ever. Russell Westbrook could average a triple-double and his teammate is Kevin Durant. I promise you he doesn't win MVP. Doesn't happen. The extra sauce is because he was dolo and was able to do that. And he was a playoff, they were a playoff team. But think about that, bro. Don't give me a fast answer neither. You got to think about that right here. Russell Westbrook would be an MVP candidate with Kevin Durant as his teammate if he averaged a triple-double? That's tough for me. I can't see that.
And I don't think if he has to do all that, they're going to play a winning style. Yeah, to your point, like he's going after the triple-double. He was clearly stat padding. Like they were clearly stat padding.
I didn't ask you anything about his stat padding. I am saying, would he win or
I'm
even
almost reeling him in. I'm almost
yeah.
in.
Would he win a trip? Would he win an MVP award? Would he be an MVP candidate?
It will be a lot harder, man. We gotta say that.
Hell yeah.
We gotta say that. Did Duncan win an MVP with Robinson there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he was top 5 his rookie year. And a lot of those votes had to have gone to
That
Robinson.
02 MVP, I think that was Robinson's last year. 02 or 03. 03 was Robinson's last year because Robinson was there for the second chip. So definitely.
03 was the chip.
Yeah. And I think Duncan won back-to-back MVPs, if I'm not mistaken.
He certainly did. Damn. I forgot about that. Great memory. Holy shit.
Yeah.
God
02 and 03. Because then after that is Kevin Garnett and Duncan. They said Duncan might get 3 in a row. He might be the first since Magic. I mean, the first since Bird to win 3 in a row, but KG got it.
They said, no, not over the white man. That's what Kendrick Perkins would say. I don't think so. I don't agree with that. I thought that's a tough. The MVP race is not as tough as back then, right? Shaq, Duncan, KG, Jason Kidd, Kobe.
Yes.
That's 5 that were like Kobe was third in 2000. When I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. I think he was better than Iverson then, if that's the case.
Monster list, bro. It's a crazy list back then.
Yeah, but I think the point was Durant staying in OKC. It changes a lot. Like he just wasn't able to stick with the team and just be. He probably
doesn't win. I mean, he probably doesn't even average a triple-double with Kevin there. Keep it real. That probably doesn't even happen.
Yo, if he's getting the ball and just pushing the ball up court, because the thing about Westbrook has always been he's not really in control.
Mm-hmm.
Very erratic to me. So it's tough. If he pushes the ball up and he's like, sees Kevin Durant in the corner. If the game is changing, right, and you give him a year, they lose 3-1 to the Warriors. He comes back, and Westbrook and Billy Donovan is like, yo, Westbrook, every time you get the ball, dart across half court. Durant's going to be in the corner, the bottom left corner, one of those corners. The floor is spread.
Are you just relegating Kevin Durant to a corner 3 shooting
in transition?
Oh, you're talking about transition.
Because that's now, because remember, to me, as great of a finisher Westbrook had shown to be, he wasn't Derrick Rose. And to me, like, he would miss so many layups that until I seen the stats that they say Westbrook has missed the most layups in like the last 4 years, I was like, yo, I didn't even have to look at the stat. He looks crazy missing layups. But a lot of that's in traffic. So if you know Kevin Durant running to the corner, remember the game is changing now.
It is.
Golden State's doing all that, right? So you copy them a little bit with that. Because you know me, I'm not a fan of just copying the other team because they're better than you. No, play towards your strengths. Durant is jogging down court. I don't care. Once you count to 3 and you made it down here, Durant's gonna stand right there. Just float it over your shoulder, and he'll be over there, catch it, and it's a wrap. Because it's too much spacing. And then that's what Durant always complained about. They didn't have 5 guys that could put the ball on the floor like they do now in OKC. Again, you sound like a jerk because you never stayed over there at OKC and completed the mission, Kevin Durant. I don't know. Like you said, once he turned, it was like he went Anakin.
I got a 3:30 meeting. I got to run. My brother.
Guess who does as well?
Big Flea. Never the little one.
That's how you know I can hit a drop. Ha!
He's not on punishment with that, though.
Huh?
He's not on punishment with that, though.
No. Drop. There ain't no punishment. If I'm on punishment with my drop, y'all won't see me on screen no more. And I'm out.
You know what? Let me delete it right now. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.